Time is of the essence. We must assist our allies.
How many more days left? Let's see. 4 days until Avowed, and another 2 weeks until Monster Hunter Wild. They just released a trailer. Now, I'm going to be making the next comparison next week with Monster Hunter Wild and Fable. Also, before I show you this, let me inform you that in my second channel, I'll be using SteamDB to guess how many players it will garner. So, 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, before that, I have to check on something. Just give me a minute. Do they have a PSN login requirement? Oh, they don't. But they have a DRM, which is an 140 gigs. So I'm not going to be picking it up. If you want to pick it up, go ahead. Though I would recommend you, this is DRM, okay? We all know that any Capcom games, there's bound to be DRM. Unless, of course, they remove it. I don't know how long Resident Evil Village take before they remove the DRM. I'm probably certain the launch date or perhaps the reviews is gonna be talking about the DRMs and all that, which technically it is quite true. Probably gonna make that reviews starting next week or before the release. And if there is bugs and glitches, they're probably gonna encounter that until the day one patch. But however, I'm not certain about what's going to happen on the character. Right now, IGN is probably going to give a low score, 7 or 8, which that's going to be in the second video. Not going to touch on that. So why do we ask ourselves this? How come I haven't heard anything that, or perhaps in this case, Monster Hunter Wild Teams, the one that made it, doesn't attack gamers, while Avowed art director did? How come we never heard of it? Now look, for the record, I still have my distrust for Capcom, mainly because of their localization. Now I hope Monster Hunter Wild sticks to their guns and let players create the characters of their choosing. Creative freedom. Sometimes with Donald Trump in office, I'm not certain if the localization is probably going to know about this, or perhaps they're gonna continue to double down. There's no mention of the localization, or I haven't heard anything in Twitter, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on them, just in case. Well, most importantly, I need to check the person who is leading the localization, just to make sure she doesn't attack gamers. I'm not harassing, okay? I'm just monitoring the situation. So in my cases, I think so far, Monster Hunter Wild will be good. In terms of characters, you get the creative choice. Now, I'm not certain about Avowed. I think you can create characters of your own. I could be wrong. They probably have the reviews started by now. It's probably going to say, oh, is it? Oh yeah, IGN is going to say Avowed is better, stunning and brave. New form. They're probably going to give it a 8 or a 9. Similar with Dragon Age Veilguard. I mean, how long will that last? Because we all know journalists cannot be trusted. Nobody's going to watch it unless the shills are going to watch it. We all know the shills is going to simp for this game. As expected, Booty Adams, Alyssa McConaughey in her Rolling Stone articles, which, here's my question. Which one of you have read the Rolling Stone or read any article from the Rolling Stone? If you do so, give me your reasons in the comments. Same goes of if you don't. Give me a reason. So for combat, we haven't exactly seen anything. I don't know. Now with Avowed, honestly, if what Matt Hansen said is true, if he has more than just pronouns, it's very not gonna be accepted by players. You know, for me, when it comes to woke this time, I look for other things like, for example, the people who make it. If they attack gamers, that's my first red flag. Or if they say, if you don't like it, don't buy it, that's another red flag for me. The third one is company. Sometimes there are companies that gone super woke, like Activision, Ubisoft, understandably. And lastly, you have to look at the character creation. Take Dragon Age Veilguard. If the chest size wants to go to 100%, it didn't go through, that is another red flag for me. Take a look with Monster Hunter Wild. I'm certain that the character creation is probably gonna be freedom, if they let us. Also, I'm gonna make another on Mecha Break. I'm coming back on that. So in conclusion, I think best just wait for Monster Hunter Wild.
Your might on the battlefield proved most impressive. With a little more training, you will be right up there with me in no time.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want woke or anti-woke detected, or you just want to see me play games. Visit my second and third channel up here or link in the description.